Leaving the area of Coober Pedy now, and just thought I'd give you a bit of a panorama of all of the mullock heaps, and of course there'll be lots of pits and things like that all along. How many opals they've got, I have no idea, but as far as you can see, nothing but holes and mounds. Well, it's 11 o'clock on day 11. I've been riding for about 2.5 hours, just over 60k, and I've seen no wildlife. I've seen nothing really remarkable, and you can see it is just very featureless. I just wonder how the Aborigines survived in this sort of environment. There must be food somewhere, but where, I don't know. Just shows you how tough and resilient they are and were. Actually, the only wildlife I've really seen are flies, and they're bloody annoying. Along the side of the road there are these melon-like balls. As far as I know, they are inedible, but of course there must be quite a bit of moisture in them, so there would be a way of getting water out of them in an emergency. I have seen quite a few of them eaten, so something's eating them. I'm not too sure what, but I certainly won't be, that's for sure. 40k to go to get to Cadney Park, and here's a road to nowhere. Well, first wildlife I've seen. Not really that wild though, I don't think. Just been playing in the water. Now, how's that for a road train? Here we are, Cadney Homestead, my destination for tonight, day 11, and I'm very happy to be here. Phew, that was a hard day. Pretty hot, 154k after a couple of grueling days. So I'm very pleased to be here now for something nice to eat. It's around about 8 o'clock at night at Cadney Roadhouse, and I've just met a really interesting character, William, who's Aboriginal, and he's very interested in maintaining the traditional ways of preparing food in this area. And we've organised to meet him on the way back as we head back south again after the ride from Darwin, up to Darwin. I'm really very excited about this because there may well be a really good connection in terms of eating for health, and if that could benefit the Aboriginal community, I would be absolutely over the moon. So stay tuned. This is William, who could you just sort of introduce yourself, William?
William Lennon from Mount Willoughby Station, very good. South Australia.
And Michelle and I are hoping to meet up with William on our way back and talk about indigenous foods and the projects that you've got planned in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. I meet my dad as well, my old father.
Really looking forward to it, William. Thank you very much indeed.
No, good on you, mate.
This is Cadney Homestead at about 6:30 in the morning. It's really got quite a nice feel to it, and a place that I really like coming to. We're now about 1.5 days away from the Northern Territory border, so getting very close to Alice Springs really. We'll be going through Marla. I've got around about 80 kilometres to go to get to Marla, where hopefully there will be mobile coverage and I'll be able to send this video and the previous days as well, because there's no mobile coverage here. G'day world, Paul here. This is the start of day 12 from Cadney Homestead through Marla, and then probably about 80 kilometres further down the track. It's about 6:30 in the morning. The sun's just come up, so it should be relatively safe for me to head off with not too many kangaroos, I hope, bounding across the road. With the rain that has fallen here in previous days, apparently the kangaroos are further out with plenty of water, so they shouldn't be along the road. So I'll see you in Marla in about 3 hours' time. The other day I showed you a very silken road, very flat, very even, really beautiful to ride on. Well, this road here, which has been going for probably about 15k now, is the exact opposite. It is bumpy, it is very abrasive, and I can probably do probably about 2 or 3 kilometers less per hour with the same effort, and it's really difficult. I'll show you a close-up and you'll see that's what it looks like. It's really rough. So the sooner I get off this road onto something smoother, the better. There's a wedge-tailed eagle just in front of me. I'm just trying to get as close as I can to it. There it goes. Come on then, off you fly. Hello. I wasn't flying. Ah, there it goes. Wonderful. Oh, that was close. 2 huge cattle truck road trains came from behind. There were 2 cars coming the other direction, and I had to very quickly get off the road as they just missed me by, oh, I don't know, half a metre or something like that. Very close indeed, so you have to be very vigilant on this road. Well, here I am at beautiful Marla Roadhouse. Nice to see a bit of greenery and some trees. Still got about another 80k to go, but going to have a nice rest here. So really good to be here. This is the last stop before we get to the Northern Territory border, so that's very special. It's now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is the Indulcana Creek. As you can see, it doesn't look like it's had much water in it for quite some time. Very barren. Well, this might not seem much at all, but after riding for 4 or 5 days in featureless desert, to have a bit of a hump is, sorry, I shouldn't have said that, to have a bit of a rise in the ground is really quite significant. I'm now about 20 kilometres out of Marla, and I've probably got about another 20 or 30 kilometres to go until I have a rest.